Hey there, Jedi traders, welcome. It is October 20th. European markets have closed out. We're looking for the lunchtime bell. Again, haven't had many setups here on the NQ this morning. I just wanted to go ahead as really the first setup is coming on here. I'll go ahead for their moment. You can take a look at the indices really running it up today. NQ has just been nothing but choppy chop as usual. All right. So, strategy, what is it? If you'll notice, I have a large time frame on here, 50.35 on the Flex Renko. Technically, on a large volume day, I'll actually run it up to a 75.52. But 50.35, maybe a 35.24 is a possibility. I tend to reserve that for after hours. Anyway, volume showing movement downside already. Looking at the key levels here, yesterday's high, daily pivot. We've already touched that. We bounced off that actually here this morning. Poking back up, yesterday's high, today's high, and we're holding downside. Again, I'm looking for the move, so I will be back if a trade shows up. All right, we're already off the MML highs. We've come back to major support resistance. If a price action trends down under major support resistance, I then have myself a 5-bar entry. You'll notice it's an indecision candle, so I would wait for one of these trending candles to enter the short, whether it's one contract, two contracts, one contract and a runner. Just depends on everybody's your trade management preference. Really comes down to that. All right, I will be back as soon as a setup occurs. All right, Jedi Traders, back with you once again. Time has obviously moved a little bit forward. We've starting to form a trending bar downside. As we can see, overall markets, YM is extremely been pushing to the upside. ES, a little bit of chop here in the lunchtime hour, and NQ just really not going anywhere, at least upside. But that doesn't account for the fact that a setup might occur here. We're waiting for the T3 slope to come down, push below the major support resistance, and we got all the way downside here to MML lows. So volume bar is looking good on the right here. Price action showing a setup downside here. We're just waiting for the Heikin-Ashi trending bar to coincide with the volume setup, and then hopefully a 50-tick move at least to the downside. Be back when if that occurs. All right, Jedi Traders, we are back with a setup forming. We already have the indecision candle, as you see here. And the volume bar on the right. We have a 5-bar signal, so I've gone ahead and placed the trade here. Looking for price action, again, most likely to come down here to today's low. Let's go ahead and put bouncing off the pivot. It's going to put the orders in position here. Let me see if I can. There we go. All right, so we are with an entry over here looking for the Globex low as the target. I think that would be a good target. So we're on with 2 contracts here. We could shoot for the MML support all the way down. Overall, big picture indices, NQ still struggling here. YM still upside. ES will a little move up, but it seems like the NQ is really all over the place. All right, so a 2 contract entry. Either I decide, I will see how long this takes to flow down. If it's 1, 2, 3, I might move it down to MML support low as the target. Otherwise, just come out here at the Globex low and call it a trade. Be back and as we get down closer, hopefully. All right, Jedi Traders, back at you again. As we can see, price action is coming down now. Again, we're just going for the scalp here. No long-term trend here. We kind of hesitated. Our setup pretty much pulled back here and had to wait for the momentum to move forward. Better opportunity might have been if we came down to a smaller time frame, which in hindsight I might have done that. I'm going to go to a 35.24 here. But as we can see, volume is still holding down. We got 5 bars. So that entry, as you can see here, was the pullback where we're looking to make 50 ticks. We could have made it back upside, But based on the fact that all 5 bars are in the red, the momentum coming downside, we're shooting for the Globex low here. Even the MML low could be the ultimate target, but we just want to get out. Would have put us in a trade much earlier, actually. If we look all the way up here, we would have been in a setup, solid bars, all 5 here. That would have put us in the trade here. And from entry here down to here, we would have made we would have been able to make those 50 ticks. All right, I believe we'll probably, as always, it front runs it, right? I mean, it hit our it hit our line. What do you know? Market's doing what it does best. All right, should pull through. We got Globex low down here. Watch the move come all the way through and almost there. All right, Globex low is right here. I believe today's low also. Always fascinating to see price action go right up to your target and then pull back. Price action on the Heikin Ashi bars are coming down. All right, so again, earlier entry was possible. I was on a higher time frame. Post lunch, post anything in the afternoon, things are going to slow down. You should pull your time frame back. But I believe with the volume downside underneath the T38, the only thing we got down here is the Globex low. Yesterday's low, actually, 5 EMA, 50. We are holding above the 50 at this point, 10 EMA downside. So those are levels downside to watch. Momentum, again, just on the 5 bars. It's lunchtime trading. You're not going for the long move. You're just going for a little bit of a move. Obviously, there are always going to be orders in front of certain lines. But the trending bars indicates that that is exactly where we are headed. And I'm just filling in time here until this move happens. There we can see the MNQ pulling back off the MML highs down to Globex low. We might get that pause. We're looking at 351 down here. MNQ and ES now just chopping sideways. There we go. We're out. All right, price action possibly will follow through to the support here. Very good potential of that happening. But that's good enough. 100 ticks. How about that? And that fulfills one trade, 2 contracts. We'll just watch to see the price action here work its way down. So again, believing in your MMLs also. Could do 1 contract, 1 runner. Price action still coming down to the MML. MML supports. And scalping's okay, all right. No problem with scalping, just a little bit of part of the move. Trending Heikin Ashi candles. All right, let's see if it completes its move. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause now. If it hits that MML support, I'll come back and show you the evidence. All right, back with you again. We can see price action has made its way down to the MML support. We took a little Heikin Ashi indecision pause there, trusting the MMLs as we really just went from top back to VWAP and right back down. So a nice trending. Again, it comes back to just being patient, waiting for, and again, I don't, you could see here, this is the afternoon session. I don't usually trade in the afternoon session. I'm trying to limit my trades to the AM session. Again, I could probably go to a lower time frame, scalp a lot more, but I'm trying to get longer runs. But sometimes those days just aren't there, and you have to go drop a time frame down. You might need to wait a little longer, or hey, you just don't make the amount of ticks that you had hoped for in a day. At least you don't walk away in the red. All right, so that's a wrap. We can see volume is still coming down here. We have yesterday's low down below. But this is just another great opportunity if you're wanting to stay on the trend. You could do 1 contract, 1 runner. You could do 2 contracts off and then a runner. You can go all out. Just wait until the trend reverses. As you can see, a great opportunity to get out of a trend. hey, you don't know that this isn't going to go all the way up like we see up here in the upper left-hand corner. So you bail when the price action on the T3 moving average, the curve changes, any of those options. It doesn't mean you're a bad trader because you didn't stay in the trend. It just gives you another opportunity to get back in. But you wait for that full setup. Again, I get into trouble when I don't wait for all that. I'm more successful when I wait for everything in sync. Everything in sync. And one more thing, I also look at the bars. You can see here, right? Right there, 5 bars. Look at them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But look at the candle. The candle is a big green indecision candle. Well, I'm not going to enter short on that. I'm looking for these trending candles. All right, guys. Hopefully that helped show you what a good setup is. However much you take it, as we can see price action continuing to come down here. Overall indices pulling back here in the afternoon. MNQ now pulling back after that nice move up. Where it goes, I never know. Hey guys, I'll see you around the trading room. Peace out.